Alright, welcome back to an Alliance War video. I would like to call this a YouTuber war because there's like a good amount of YouTubers in Salty. There's like me, Triple U, and like a couple others. But then we're going up against 4Loki, which is just like the YouTuber paradise, man. There's so many good YouTubers there. There's Karate Mike, there's Legacy, there's B McG. There's just a ton of them, right? So yeah, this is going to be like a really fun war for me when I found out that we were facing 4Loki. And this is my contribution to it. Thankfully, didn't give any deaths, so that's good. The war was really, really close in the end. Like, it was extremely close. 4Loki did get the win, though, so congrats to them. They played very, very well. They only put up 2 deaths, which is super impressive overall. We put up 2 deaths up until like the last 5 fights, and then we like died on the hazard shift fight. So yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, but it's fine. This is a team effort, so we're not gonna like point fingers at anyone. So yeah, this is the first fight that I have here. This is a Path 5 Section 1 Gorr. If you do not like watching SP3s, this is not the fight for you because I do it a lot in this fight. It's just like you just spam SP3 in this fight, man. It's so funny, but this war was insane for Moleman. I had 4 Moleman fights, and the longest one was 26 seconds, and the shortest one was 16 seconds. 2 of them were 16 seconds, actually, and then, like, one of them was, like, 23 seconds. It is just, like, absolutely insane, man. Moleman just put on a clinic this war, and it was such a fun time. I love Moleman wars. They are the best wars. Like, if I don't have Moleman in a war, I just get so upset because, like, he's just way too much fun, man. He is a bit expensive, though, because he wants to recall masteries and, like, a power star 1 boost, but, like, if you give him everything that he needs, he just becomes an absolute monster in war attack. But, yeah, this sorcerer fight is just very, very boring, man. Just so many SP3s. It's just, like, that's sorcerer for you, right? Like, with Mystic Dispersion, she just goes crazy. But it's a very safe fight. So that's, like, the important part, because I feel really safe whenever I use sorcerer, and she is just doing very, very good. So yeah, that just about wraps up this fight. A ton of SP3s used, but it was worth it in the end, right? Because we got a full yellow bar finish, so that's just perfect. And now we can go over the Moleman fights that I've been waiting to show y'all, because it's just like, it is absurd, man. So we have this Path 5 Section 1 Chavez, and this is not an ideal Moleman fight at all. I was like really nervous going into it because like I've never taken this fight before. I've never fought Chavez in Alliance War either, so I was like very, very nervous, but here we are. And she starts off with the heavy, man. That is so typical. That is America Chavez for you. She just loves her heavy attack on defense, man. It is so, so annoying. But yeah, I go into Frenzy immediately. I knocked her down to get the Fury buff. And yeah, she's just getting a lot of power. So I was like, hopefully this finishes her off. And it did. So that was about a 16-second fight right there, which is just insanity, man. And now we have this Prowess build-up and Power Snack Quicksilver. It's like the mini-boss going into Section 2, lanes 4, 5, 6. The plan here was to do like the usual Moleman things, right? Just heavy twice, go into Frenzy, drop your SP2, and then like that'll be it. But I forgot about Power Snack, so I was like, oh wow, he's getting like a lot of power, huh? I probably shouldn't just like drop my SP2 there. So I like bait his SP2. I'm starting to lose a lot of Frenzy charges though, so that was a bit worrying. But we dropped the SP2 here. We get back to the SP2, so that's good. And we can just drop one more. But he's playing a bit passive now. So I was like, you know what? I'll just drop it there. I just probably shouldn't have done that because he could just dash back. But it's a solo, man, so it's fine. 26 seconds there as well. Now we have this Path 4 Section 2 Spot with steady build up blockable. So Spot has a chance to gain spots whenever he is struck, so the like game plan here is to just like spam heavy attacks, so I like minimize my amount of hits I'm doing, and then go for the SP2 and then just like finish off the fight, right? So yeah, we go for some heavy attacks here. I enter Frenzy now, so I can just do my 5-hit combo into an SP2, and yeah, things are just going back to usual. We're back in another SP2, so I can just bait out the block, drop it, and then yeah. That was another 16-second fight, I believe, which is just absolutely insane, man. Dude, Moleman is just so much fun. It is crazy. Now we have this Path 4 Section 2 Knull, which I've taken a lot, but it still scares me every single time I do it for some reason. Like, I am still scared of this fight, even though I've taken it, like, probably 20 times already. There's just something about Knull, man, that's just, like, really intimidating, but it's really not as bad as you think it is. But yeah, I dropped the SP2 here. Some pretty chunky damage, and then I just need to get back to my SP2 again. I put on a 150% boost and not 200%, so that's why I didn't gain as much power. But yeah, we just drop it one more time, and then that wraps up my Moleman fights, man. 26 seconds for 2 fights, and then 16 seconds for the other 2. Just awesome stuff. So he's such a fast champion, man. It's like so insane how fast he is. Now we have this shared fight, which is Ebb and Flow Intercept Mighty Charge Rintrah. So the plan is to just, use Human Torch, and then that should, be it, right? Because Human Torch versus a Mystic is just a very straightforward time. I still put an Emblem boost here because I just don't trust myself with Human Torch, and I'm glad I did because I just took it 3 hits right there. So yeah, the boost is gone now, so now worry starts to hit in a little bit, but then I realized, you know what, I'm using Human Torch, man. I should be fine. And I was fine because I've taken this fight 20 times also. But I don't know, man. Just something about Rintrah is just really intimidating. Same thing with Knull. I guess I just they're pretty big characters, so I guess that's a part of the intimidation factor. But yeah, overall, it's not too bad, man. It's just a very straightforward fight. Rintrah with Human Torch, it is just a very straightforward matchup overall, man. So yeah, he is going down. He is melting. He is absolutely melting. And I was like, okay, I'm just not worried anymore because he is just getting obliterated. And yeah, that was the final fight of the war. Thankfully, I didn't give any deaths, so that's perfect. We did lose the war, like I said, 2-4. Very good job before Loki there. Good war to them. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on Mole Man. Only positive thoughts about Mole Man, though, because he is one of my favorite characters. And if you slander him at all, I'm going to be very upset. So yeah, once again, good war to 4 Loki, and that's about it for me.